Welcome to BMBBH News with Kev. News without the WS.
On yesterday afternoon's deadly shootings at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York.
2 people down right now. People down.
It was a busy Saturday afternoon inside Tops Supermarket when the gunman first started shooting in the parking lot.
Possible active shooter at the top. There are still shots being fired.
Outside the store, he shot 4 people, killing 3 of them. Grady Lewis saw it all unfold.
When I first saw him shooting, he shot a woman, he shot a deacon, he shot another woman.
We got at least 3 people down on the ground. This might be an individual with body armor.
Then the gunman walked into the market wearing tactical gear and firing an assault rifle. By the time the massacre ended, 10 people were dead and 3 injured.
And he was doing this when I seen him. You can see inside the store. And so I saw him doing this.
Police confronted the gunman, who they say put his gun to his neck before officers persuaded him to drop the weapon and surrender. Cell phone video captured the arrest.
A shooter, a mass shooter? And look at it here, young boy.
They have 1 individual in custody.
Police identified the suspect as 18-year-old Peyton Gendron. He's believed to have driven nearly 4 hours from his home in Conklin, New York, attacking the store in a predominantly black neighborhood. 11 of the people shot were black and 2 were white. Wearing a white paper gown and mask, Gendron was arraigned within hours and pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. The motive for the shooting seemed to become apparent almost immediately. Authorities discovered a hate-filled manifesto they believe Gendron posted online shortly before the shooting, filled with racist theories. They also say he live-streamed the attack, and an anti-black racial slur could be seen on the barrel of his assault rifle. With 10 people killed, the Buffalo attack is the deadliest mass shooting in the United States this year.
Wow. Tragedy in Buffalo, New York. Mass shooting takes place at a Tops-friendly supermarket. The shooter has been identified as Peyton Gendron, 18 years old, of Conklin, New York. He started to stream this on Twitch. He was wearing a camera and he was heavily body armored with an AR-15. Before he started shooting, it was said that he stated, "Sometimes you got to go for it." Shot 4 people in the parking lot, killing 3 of them and injuring 1. Would go on to enter the supermarket where he was met by retired police officer and security guard Aaron Salter, who would attempt to shoot Gendron to take him out, but he was armored, so it protected him from the shooting that Mr. Salter was attempting. And he would turn his weapon on Mr. Salter and kill him. Then Gendron would go throughout the supermarket and shoot 8 more people, killing 6 of them and injuring 2. Gendron was then met in the lobby of the supermarket by Buffalo police, where he would put the gun to his neck. And police were reported to use every de-escalation tactic that they had. It's also reported that Gendron did not point the gun at police officers. They were able to take him without incident. Kind of mirrors how Dylan Roof was taken without incident, and was taken to court, where he was charged with murder. The defense for Peyton Gendron has requested a mental evaluation, but let me just state this. This was an act of pure evil, which had adversely affected a community of people who knew each other. This area was targeted specifically because it has a nearly 80% black demographic. Federal investigators are working on authenticating a 180-page manifesto where it will point out Gendron as the shooter, stating things that were racist and anti-Semitic. Gendron believed in replacement theory, which is a racist theory, believing that white people would be replaced in the United States and the country should belong to people of European descent. This is my hope that this person should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. And if you're looking at the mainstream news media, they are already trying to frame it as a mental illness, which, by the way, when you go out and kill a bunch of people and you do it in a racistly heinous manner, we should be past this point. This guy is psychotic, and just throw the book at him. The most he can be charged is, and sentenced to is life without parole. My condolences to the families and the people who knew these victims affectionately. And this is just extremely tragic. Wow. So if you're listening to this, hug your loved ones, because this is another incident of you just never know when. All right. Till the next time. And as this story develops, if there's any new information to give, then definitely come back to this channel. This is BMBBH News, news without the WS.